Thank you for the day, God. Thank you for the serenity to accept the things I couldn't change, the courage to change the things that I could, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you. Amen. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome, all you mother cluckers. Let's make today a good day.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket translate, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the fray, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. In some future to say, this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the fray, in the home of the
What's up, everybody? Let's see. We got Fish Sticks, Loretta, Dusty Country Roads, Big Dusty, Little Dusty, Kiss Off. What's up, ma'am? KP Heathen, Snooks, Roni, King Corso. We got D-Dog, Advert. I don't know how you just add. I guess I'm going to go with the ad. What's up, Tiger? By the way, Tiger, I'm going to reach out with you. I got your stuff ready. Man, what a week. It started out golden, man. I wasn't here, but it was golden for me. I got to watch Little Man for a couple of days. So that was like really cool. It's just very busy. But then man, I don't know, the shit just came on me, and I've been in the crud. And so the missus had the crud. My son had the crud. I was afraid that he was going to come over today with little man, and I'm like, oh man, I ain't feeling it because I've been in pretty much bed. My legs get so cold, they ache. And then when having this crap in my head, I have zero patience level, so that's why I wanted to check in with everybody, but also, I got no patience. So I got to tell you, because I'll catch little clips. I lay in there and I watch, and society has me. And sorry, because let me do this real quick. This is going to be a disclaimer. So if your feelings are on your sleeve, you might want to go step out, because this might ruffle your feather. If you're going to be offended by some curse words, you might want to go ahead and step out, because it's probably going to happen a lot. What's up, Hudson? So, but god dang, man, I just watch people, society. What the hell have we gone to? What's up, zombie? I mean, I get it, fine. All the little protests, it's not a damn protest. You don't inject yourself into a law enforcement operation and say that I'm protesting. First off, if you really want to protest what they're doing, then you go where the orders are coming from. This is no different than the stupid shit. And you would have thought that people would have woke up during all the BLM Antifa riots when it's like, oh, now and all cops are bastards. And it's like, well, what did that old man's furniture store right there that you just knocked in the head with a brick and then burned his store down? What the hell did that have to do with all cops are bastards? It's like this protest. Oh, ICE out, ICE out. Well, take your happy ass over to the Fed Washington and protest that shit. And it's like, what message? And now we've got schools that are taking kids out there into this shit. Where's the rest of society? Where's the fucking men in this country? Has nobody got the nuts to stand up and say that this is wrong? I mean, damn, you ain't got to be political. Fine, orange man, bad. I don't give a flying fuck. You're dragging children. We've already sat here for years and let them mutilate children. So every fucking man that doesn't want to speak out against that, fuck you. So that's where I'm at with it. But we sit here and they mutilate the kids. Now they're dragging them out, and people just let this shit go by. They just go on into the fucking store like, oh. It's like, what? You're not going to say nothing? You're not like going to stop that? You're not gonna protest it? And I just, and I'm trying my damnedest, and I have been for years, to be a better person. But I'm gonna tell you right fucking now, when I look around at what the hell's going on, and I rewind, I don't know, 35, 40 years, and I look at what I was doing, and I'm like, damn, and wait a minute. I was the fucking bad guy. I mean, yeah, I did some wrong shit. I've been humping my ass off to be a better person. And then I finally come out of this fog, and I've said it before. It's almost like sometimes I fucking stepped into a time machine as I start to hear things and see shit. I'm like, wait, what? When the fuck did this become a thing? And so now I'm just kind of sitting around and I'm like, well, I don't understand. I've humped my ass off, and I've tried the best to keep from beating your fucking asses in the face and all you little rude fuckers chunking you over into fucking the bridge. I've resisted so much shit for years. All the little smart ass comments, you just punch a motherfucker right in the face. Oh, no. That would be mean. Brian, don't do that. You're right. I need to have more patience. And then, I try to follow God. God's my father. And I view it as a parent-child kind of relationship. I know he wants more for me and he wants better for me, and I'm trying, but and then you just look around at what's going on and you watch the shit in the Senate hearings. It's like, it was bad enough when they did all the violating of our rights and shit through the House and the Senate and stuff. And that's okay. Yeah. But now you just sit up there and lie. So we have this Senate hearing and they've got everybody, and this is where people's feelings might get hurt. So, hey man, suck it up, Buttercup. But you got people out here that think it doesn't matter. Oh, there's nothing you can do. The country's a fucking corporation where your Social Security owns your ass. What the fuck, man? I just existed for 60 years and none of that fucking shit mattered to me. Now all of a sudden I get introduced and here's got everybody distracted. You know what would happen if you had 40 million men actually pick up the phone, write an email, maybe even organizing a march to up to that fucking House and that Senate. Where's that? Oh, you can get on all these fucking social media fucking things and find all these people with these big balls and blah, 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 blah. You don't even want to fucking write an email. You've done been fucking brain fucked that's not even worth your time. I watched some dude, what was it? Well, I won't say his name because that probably wouldn't be very nice because he didn't really play a part, but what's up? But and no offense, Mike, but the preparedness. What are you preparing for if it's all, I mean, you want to get real? Here's my philosophy. So I'm sorry if this offends people, but here's where I see, because the prepping is always misunderstood to me anyway, because I don't know, I just grew up that way. So I never saw it as something separate, but I'm okay with that. But what are you prepping for if we're not going to stand up and keep our country? You really think that you can survive in a little patch on a fucking hill somewhere? Did it work out for the Indians? Did it work out for the Indians? So there's where this little shit comes from. You might want to play in the big game too. It's okay to have your camp. That's cool. That's awesome because support lifts you up. It will drive you. It will motivate you. And it is fucking awesome. But if you're not going to participate in the big picture game, then what do you expect to come out the end? Did it work out for the Indians? No, it didn't. So, I don't know. I guess that's because nobody wants to. We have a system. And that's what I love, this little concept of self-governing, the fucking misinterpretation, twisting value of what anarchy is or whatever, You know what anarchy is? It's lawlessness. It's when things are not based off of a moral compass. We have a moral right and wrong. Do things get corrupted and stolen? Yes, all that shit happens. That doesn't mean you throw in the towel. We have a country that survived for 250 years. And you don't think that the people that we've put in place and made them change their way of life, you don't think that they got a little bit, they still have a bad feeling for us. I think there's always been a target on our back. What's up, DCR? Sorry if I didn't say afternoon. But I don't know. And see, I don't know if it's because being sick for a couple of days and I'm just in here listening to this shit because of that replay and it's laying there on the bed and I would go to sleep and wake up and you hear all this blah, 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 gum bumping shit, man. And it's like, but what are you doing? What's up, Tuck? Think about this. People want to talk about, that's a distraction. Oh, that's a distraction. Oh, that's a distraction. Do you realize it's all a fucking distraction? Because if you're not participating in your elected officials, you've been distracted. These people just don't get to insert themselves. I get it. It's easy to tell people that because you lived in a very oppressed area and you see all this shit and you hear all this blah, blah, blah crap on your news channels. But that's not the reality of it. You got states that are fixing to fucking try to pass laws that are going to change the rights. And you do understand that, people throw out this rights thing. Well, I got the right. You only have the right if we keep this country and we keep the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Otherwise, you ain't got shit. Son, I have peaked out. And it's probably good. This is probably why over these few years, maybe the father knew what was happening. So keep me over here in the woods, because I got to tell you, man, if I was like going into work today, I'd probably be fired. There's a chance I might even be in jail and fired. My patience level, dude, you listen to this shit. And it just, These fucking people sit up there in them hearings and they just bald-faced lie. And nobody ever calls them out. Like, nobody ever pressures even the other side to call them the fuck out. That's what I'm getting on a roll with here lately is I keep, it's like, why aren't you pointing that out? Why aren't you pointing out? You know, they got 5 minutes. You know, they only get 7 minutes allocated time. Well, it's amazing. Y'all seem to break the fucking rules whenever you feel it need for you. I'm just, and then, you know, you watch that go down, but then you take in the social media crap. And man, that TikTok is what a clusterfuck, dude. What a clusterfuck. That place is trash. And I'm not trying to offend anybody that I know when I say this, but if you're on TikTok, you need to get up off of TikTok, because if that's, to me, that's no different than going into a damn strip club trying to sell kid books almost, because that is the platform for the freaks. Yes, you have them over everywhere else, but that's the majority of them right there, buddy. It don't take long, and you just hear the stupidest shit. And then I kind of reflect and I think about, well, shit, man, what do you kind of hear if you just click on shit? Well, that's what you hear. So that's where it stems from there. They all these stupid little stories and bullshit and all this crap. Oh, God dang, man. So I don't know. I probably shouldn't even have gone live, but there were people that emailed me a couple of messages, you know, how things have been, where I was, and what was up. And so I thought, well, okay, I will. I'll go live. And then I will point out too that, see, it's not that I don't ever try to act holier than thou. So people that talk shit in the back, you know, oh, you guys can all holier than thou. No, I'm not. I just know how to correct my fucking self. Like right now, am I proud of what I'm doing? I probably won't be if I were to watch this later. But then again, you know, hey, but I'm a sinner. I got flaws. It is what it is. But no, I really do try to be a better person, and people just have no concept. But it's easy to get lost in the digital world. It's easy. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, God. Don't get shit. Yeah, it's almost like a rage come on. You just listen to the shit, you watch the shit, and then I sit here and I watch Little Man, and we're playing, and I'm steadily in my head, and I'm going, holy shit, man, what's fixing to be when you go to school? What kids are you going to be around? Because it's easy about people go, I'll raise mine that way. Well, that shit only works for so long. And no, it's actually not even the doom scrolling. No, Huck, it's just the shit that pops up. I mean, it's the algorithm per se. Because like this, I just had the tablet. It lays over on the pillow, and I'd go to sleep, and I'd wake up. Well, then whatever I was watching or listening to at the time done changed. Well, now YouTube done decided on something else, and I probably just need to turn off the auto replay. But it kind of is handy sometimes out when I'm doing. And it's an eye opener. So I mean, you know, it's a good eye opener on where we are in a society. And it's just kind of, you know, I don't know. You wonder, you hear all this stud muffin shit, all this testosterone driven gym junkie bullshit, you know. You don't even stand up for the fucking kids, man. I don't even have to like you. I can despise the ground you walk on, but your child will be protected 110%. Children are innocent. Children are just that. They're not tokens. They're not prizes. They're not little trophies. They're not little toys. They are innocent lives. What's up, Brandon? You know, it's okay. Let me ask you this: what? And you know, I'm not picking on y'all. You know, this isn't the point of it. But have y'all seen that little video where the school board lady is talking to this other lady? I think it was an Al Jazeera interview, and she talks about how, you know, that they've got the signal chat, and, you know, people think they ought to be shamed, and, you know, our bosses are in this, our elected representatives are in the signal, and, well, see, that ought to piss everybody off. Oh, man. And it's like, you know, I feel really pissed off. And, you know, I'll admit, it just kind of hit me too, as I guess I'm processing this. And I probably am so mad right now because I'm so helpless. And I guess internally, I don't like that feeling. I don't like that. I have not experienced that before. Well, I had a long time ago. The first time I went in, I went, woof. But I feel helpless because one person amongst 350 million people. Well, shit, man, if 275 million of these people don't give a shit, you know? And I've always tried, you know, because, and I get you, Brandon, I've kind of felt this way. I've just always tried to keep it in check. You know, I always try to keep it in check because I don't want it to, because I could get ugly. It's like I would not be a good debate person. I'm not a debate person, man. It's like either what's your point? Okay, yep, and you think that's good. Okay, well, I hear what you're saying, and I don't think it's good. There we go. I mean, unless it's, you know, I mean, mutilating kids. There's what discussion? There's no discussion. That's a child. Get your fucking hands and your psychological bullshit away from the kids. There's no conversation. There's no gray area. What's up, Blackbird? You know, you watch the country go to shit, and it just blows my mind. I guess I really didn't expect it, you know? It's like, wait a minute. So I get you got your feels, and, you know, well, I don't like blue, or I don't like that flavor, or I don't like that kind of color. I get it, whatever. But when it comes to kids, why is there, I'm sorry, there's no gray area. But somehow, in 30 years, because that's me and her even talked about this, it's like, holy shit, dude, do you realize when we had our son, nobody talked about mutilating kids. Nobody, you didn't, no. That was so off limits. And so within 30 years, because our middle one's 30, the oldest one is 36. And so in 3 decades, it's now like common shit. Now you're dragging kids out to protest. You're mutilating them left and right. You're making them tokens for TV and shit. And people just, it's like fucking Netflix. I'm sorry, man. If you got Netflix, it's time to nut up and drop that shit, regardless if it's your favorite fucking show. You need to speak with your fucking wallet. I mean, we did that a long time ago with Cuties. Hey, Miss Tammy. And sorry if I missed anybody. Song of the South. I knew I did. I just didn't know who. But really, if you've got a Netflix, you ought to drop that shit. Because let's be real. If this programming targets children and you subscribe to it, even though you use the little gray area that I don't watch that or that, but you're still sending money to them, so you're promoting that more. That's just the bottom line. I mean, I get it. It doesn't sound pretty, but that's the facts. If you know that this place does X and Y, and you say, Well, yeah, but I don't do X and Y. I just go there for Z. It doesn't matter because your money's going into the fundage that keeps promoting X and Y. What's up, Wild Dragon? Bong on, sir. And hey, Miss Bonnie, that's who I knew I missed. That's what I mean, Tammy. See, it's like these schools. How do parents, you're going to, there's the one dude, there was some video that came up, somebody was playing of a guy whose son got dragged off and he was pissed. And I'm like, yeah, matter of fact, it might have been either Oregon or Washington. Go figure. Oh yeah, song. No, and it's like to be honest, I know it's going to get worse. I mean, at least according to a book that I read. A book that I read says it's going to get worse, but that doesn't mean you have to give up. It doesn't ever talk about giving up. And so you should still stand up for right and still defend children. We're supposed to be looking out for children and widows. We don't. We don't. And I just, it's speaking up. It's just kind of put all this really, I don't know, far out bullshit and literally start gathering people in your area to email that representative, because but see, that's why I said I don't know which part's intentional and which part is just intentional or naive. I'll go with that. I don't know which way, because it don't matter, it don't matter, it don't matter. Well, I don't know, where does that fall? Is that in you're intentionally saying it doesn't matter? Or you've just given up and you're naive and you've fallen for the bullshit? You quit drinking the Kool-Aid. What's up, Mayhem? Parents have no clue. They go to work, come home, eat, and go to bed and do it all over again. I know, Greta, but see, that's what's sad, because now all this shit's even out. And so and it's like, but people aren't even questioning anything. They have been programmed to orange man bad, so that's anything you bring up, it goes to Trump. And it's like, it's shit that even doesn't have anything to do with him, but they'll go there because it's just like been programmed into their brain. Then there you go. Very. What's up, Mayhem? I didn't see where he came. There he is. Self-entitled, self-centered. Yep. I used to wonder about that song, Compromised. It's been, but at some point, is it really compromised, or did people just give up and give it over? You know what I'm saying? Because they do this shit right out in the open and nobody says anything. Everybody will kind of go, oh yeah, that's wrong. But nobody just the simple step of, I don't know. It's like if you looked around and added up all the different little channels and YouTube stuff and Facebook shit and Instagrams and all this shit, you got probably 50 million people that all sit around and talk about how bad something is. So if you could get those 50 million to at least email an individual, call an office. No, because the minute you bring that up, then they go, oh, no, they did that. And so, see, that's where I wonder nowadays. Now I really do wonder, is this intentional? Or is just that much ignorance? How else do you get attention? Speaking up, protest is one way to get them to notice First Amendment. I guess. See, no offense, Bonnie, but, how many people even go through the simple step of getting up in the morning with a cup of coffee, and the time it takes to drink a cup of coffee, you can write your representative for your state, your senator for your state, your governor for your state, your federal representative, and your federal senator. and the president if you wanted to. You could email all of them going, this bill, this right here, this needs to stop. This is not, you do it, but see, you talk like that and people are like, oh, and it's because I think it's because now there's something you can do and people don't want to hear that. It needs to be something extreme, and that way I really just, and it's like, all you got to do is participate. There's supposed to be, this country was founded on an active citizen. You were supposed to be a participating individual. Freedom isn't just given to you. But you don't stop, Bonnie. You're just one. How many other people have you encouraged? Have you encouraged 1,000 others to email theirs? Or do you tell people that it's not worth it because it hasn't done anything? See, this is the problem. That is the way the system is set up. So I don't know what. So you'll go stand somewhere on a corner for hours holding a cardboard sign, but you won't just send emails and then talk to neighbors going, we need to start emailing these people, tell them how wrong this is. And I get it, man. I don't know what it's like where other people live. So maybe that's weird. Maybe people aren't, that's like, hell no, man, I ain't walking down the street. Hell, you can see it right now. Look, 8 people, 20 to 8. Because they don't like what they heard. Go figure. We got to take ownership. But see, that number right there says a lot. So when I started talking and just being loud, 20 plus. I start bringing up accountability and people needing to vote and participate in the thing, down to 8. So you tell me, what do you think the fucking message is on YouTube? Since this is the only place I don't post anywhere else. I don't do this shit anywhere else. It's right here. So I mean, it shows itself. Right? And so, you just, and it's frustrating for me because, one, I'm not a social media person, so I'm not even really a social person, in real life. I was the guy that people just called when you needed shit done, and I showed up and I did it, and there you go, And so now I'm sitting here and it's like, all I want to do is, feel like, yeah, it's moving forward. But to be honest, man, you get on YouTube and all you hear is the demise, how bad it is. And it's like, well, okay, well, that would be cool and all. I mean, I'm all down with talking how bad it is, but do we not do anything? And see, and this is all a new thing. I haven't got my head around that. I don't know how to really communicate that. So that's why I've offended people. I've pissed them off. Going to scrub the floors. Damn, Blackbird. A few years back, I had one of those plug-in. It was like floor buffer, and it had a brush attachment to it, so you could just run it around and scrub the floor. Of course, I say a few years. That's probably been about 8 years. The missus always corrects me. Looks like they're doing it all on purpose. Oh, well, yeah, they can, if they can get away with it. And and it's just like, watch, you go to say something positive about Trump, and then all of a sudden you're some kind of Trump bootlicker or some shit. And it's like, no, I do think that dude's fixing to cause a big interruption and thing. Now, I think that's why there's a big intent to get people distracted from participating, because if we can keep the midterms and then we can actually put somebody that he endorses, because if he endorses them for the presidency in 28, it's because they're with his plan, because there's things, and it's not that you're going to agree with everything, but I know that when he tells the UN to F off and that we ain't sending money, we ain't doing that, I'm cool with that. When he wants to like shut the border down, I'm cool with that. I'm not expecting perfection from him. That dude's just a human like everybody else. But at least he's got a better mentality than the other part did. So, I get it. Orange man bad. The dude ain't a lifetime politician. And he wants even if he's wealthy, greedy shit, that actually is all for our benefit in a way, because that means his brand, Trump, his name, his family has to rely on that. And you can't do that in a country you bring to its knees. So, I don't like everything the dude does. Some things I wish he would do different and all that. Yeah. But I think he has better intentions for this country than other people that have been in that office. I have to do it on my hands and knees. Damn, Blackbird. That brings back some bad memories. Not from my house. Well, I considered it a house, but. What's up, JD prepping? Do without the steak and cheeseburger and get your ass out there on the corners. That's what it takes. The corners of what? It's like, I go stand on the corner of my place. Ain't no shit going down here. It ain't that way here. See, that's why I'd say I think they keep people so distracted so that they can slowly get in these areas. Hey, Miss Sandy. No, the time is to, and see, and here's the funny part, because see, I just look at things in a simplistic method. Simplicity. Representatives are elected every 2 years. So every 2 years, you can change out your representative for the federal government. So if people actually focused in their state and in their districts, they could, if nothing else, worst case scenario, you spend the next 2 years planning on a person that's going to replace that person. You're on the ground, you're getting all the people in, you know who it is, he's getting, bam, in 2 years, that person can get in. Okay, cool. If the state next to you does the same thing, then it starts getting better. Then the votes that happen in there. See, it's like right now, people want to bitch about, why isn't this done? Why isn't this done? He said he's going to do this. He said, did you know that there's still over 100 appointees that haven't been appointed yet because they're held up by the Senate? That's why they want you to think that notifying your senator and shit doesn't do any good. Because if your senator got 1 million emails from his area that he needed to get those things passed, that you needed to get rid of that filibuster bullshit, that blue ticket crap, you need to pass this and get these appointees onto their jobs. When they start seeing their voting constituents change and email them, it makes an impact. I've watched interviews with them where they were point blank asked, look, people want to know, does calling or emailing you? And he goes, oh yeah, we get interrupted on the floor if they come in too much. So like if they're on the floor, it's not so much anymore. And that's why I wonder if this isn't all just like it's intended to keep everybody distracted. It's like, watch, I noticed old Como's little News Nation bullshit. There was some thumbnail about the UFOs. And it's like, oh, here we go. Yep. Because you don't want to know about that damn billions of dollars of fraud that they have found in Minnesota, in Maine, in Connecticut, in California, and then, we're $37 trillion deficit. Well, I don't know, but if we were sitting here adding up billions of dollars of fraud, might explain part of it. Ohio. I don't have a choice. I have to go to Chicago next week. Oh, damn. Well, it's called a politician just because it's the job. You don't want to elect a career politician. You want to find somebody in your area that is willing to take on that role, that doesn't have intentions of staying there as a lifetime career. See, so you can select the person that you want to put up there if only people in that district would actually focus. But they keep everything fired up so you don't. I really do believe that, and I think it's real easy to do in these cities where they're just stacked on people on top of each other. Maybe that's why it doesn't happen down here. You know, hell, my whole damn county is 50,000 people. And that seems too large for me. So, you know, and some people live in cities that's one little section of the city. Hell, the city might have, 1.5 million people in it. So I get it, and I'm not, but it's one thing to say, well, I'm outnumbered in my area, but yeah, that's what people in areas that if they can, but you don't get that because people have thrown in the towel. If it doesn't work for them, then it doesn't work for anybody. And it's like, see, I don't drive with that. It's like, I don't know. I think, if, I don't know. I'm flustered as shit. Are they going to give you back any of that billions of dollars in fraud as tax refund? I don't know what the dude's going to do. And see, but that's my point, Zombie. See, like, you'll automatically jump to the side that ain't nothing going to happen. Nothing's going to be fixed. Ain't nothing you can do. And me, I just look at it as in shit, man. I don't know. I'm sorry. So everybody that's old enough and mature enough, does it not like shock and all you that they just arrested and brought the dude for Benghazi to the States? Like, that doesn't sound like something, wow, I didn't expect that. So shit happens. Shit happens. Right, Brandon? See, and that's because I think the natural thing that they hear out on all the social media platforms is just, it's no good. It's no point, whatever. You're either all cops are bastards, all politicians are the same, the country's a corporation. It's all been sold out. It's this defeatism, the victimization. I went to San Antonio and didn't see protest, homeless people, or anything that made the hair stand up. Oh, no, see, because Texas is participating. We have blue cities and states, but they know that shit that they're doing up in these big stacked up cities ain't going to fly down here. It's kind of like the BLM Antifa riots for George Floyd. It's amazing. They rolled that dude down here into Houston in a golden carriage, but not one fucking business was lit on fire during all that bullshit. Well, why'd you do it everywhere but his home place? Oh, because it's a different vibe down here. And I ain't saying we're all that kind of thing, although I do think we are, but I'm not trying to flex that way. Our benefit is our size. That's our benefit. That's why we're harder to control. I think that's why Texas is different than most other places, because of our size. We're so stretched out that you can't consolidate that voting power to then flip it. Now they're getting pretty close, but hopefully with all this, because it's like right now with all this ICE deportation bullshit. Yeah, you hear about the Minnesota's bullshit. We're the largest number. ICE has been running around here. Hell, ICE was right down there in that little town right there and popped some people down there where the missus works, got pissy about it. Oh well. Wait, what did I miss with JD's son? My son has to. Oh, damn, JD. Prayers, JD. Prayers for your son, brother. Put it in God's hands. He can guide the hands of the surgeons. Hey, what's up, Eric? All right, Hook. I ain't gonna be on much longer, probably. This was just kind of a short one. I'm gonna take my medicine and probably lay back down. all these states inside this country are milking the federal tax dollars for the federal grants and the federal. Oh yeah, that's why it's slowly. But see, he can start turning the valves off. But if we don't go ahead and prepare for the next set, then whoever comes in next, they'll, because if they, I got to tell you, man, if people don't pay attention and we lose the 28, this country will flip. This country is fixing to become something just unbelievable. That's when I think you'll see shit just really start to go really wild. Because I think you might even end up with states separating. San Antonio students protest under federal law. Yeah, but hey, thanks, Dusty. And thanks to the people that have helped. They do help, and thank you very much. But you also got to remember, like, you're going to see, like, why do you see a video? Is that what the video is? Is the one in San Antonio? See, that was probably set up and organized so that then that way they could make it look like, yeah, we're in it with you. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's people around here that don't like ICE, because there's people that want that. They want that cheap labor. People can talk all the shit they want. They like that cheap labor. Mad Shad, what's up, buddy? How are you, brother? The slushy snow cone coast. Rescue all this crap going on in this country is like bailing out the Titanic with a mop bucket. Well, yeah, and sometimes I feel like you got people that are like, but wait, we need the water, and they keep pouring a bucket back in. And it's like, but wait, aren't we trying to like save the boat? V, what's up, V? Oh yeah, those kids that you see, that'll be the next wave. See, and that's what I wish more people would wake up to, and then so change the messaging. Do the messaging that we got to push forward. You don't give up. This is our structure. Elected representatives. You participate. You can complain, protest, whatever you want to call that, but you also need to pull your weight, work for yourself, support yourself, be self-sufficient, teach your kid morals and manners, respect for a nation, and you gather that back together. I mean, I don't know. I got to tell you, man, it just, this whole, I don't know. Because see, I start running into the crossroads where it's like, well, if I say shit, here's what I can say. It's amazing that if I say, hey, you know what? I think if, people will participate more, that, we can try to right the ship some, that you hardly ever hear, hell yeah. Instead, you hear, no point. And that really just sinks in after a while. It's like, damn, man. That's how it feels. Well, I don't know. My son's got a real good friend that's an ICE agent. And there's a lot going on. But the illegal immigrants is nothing new. We've been dealing with them. What's really new was the massive flood that just got allowed to happen in 4 years. Just this wave and intentional dumping. Those Border Patrol are doing things a whole lot different than years ago. Like what? What are they doing different? What does Border Patrol do different besides protecting the ICE agents? See, people forget why those Border Patrol people are out there. Border Patrol is out there protecting the ICE agents who's immigration custom enforcement. So hence immigration customs enforcement. Oh, wait, there's 50 people. Well, there's only our 4 agents. We need to put some border patrol up there. Why? Because they're federal troops, and because then we can. Because when you ask a city for help or a state for help and they say, nope, our city cops ain't coming to help you, our state troopers ain't coming to help you, then what you can do is go, okay, what federal asset do I have? Hey, I have Border Patrol. Okay, Border Patrol, you can kind of go and help secure an area, protect the ICE agents. I know, it's not true. It's the evil government. I don't know. What's up, Best Life? Got a $27 raise and my rent went up 20. That's kind of how it works. Yeah, I think we were supposed to get something. I didn't really notice what it was because it's just a drop. I do know I got a son-in-law that went right over outside Austin, has now got a damn good job. Came from Florida, went out to West Texas, was out there during that freeze and was like, man, the hell with this, man, there ain't shit. So then he went ahead and transferred to a job up there. So it's like that. People go, there's no work. There's work. I guess it just depends on what you got to do, what you want to do. 22 million estimated illegals inside this country. I'm going to remove them. Oh, man, it's like, okay, now I'm not picking on you, Zombie. I swear I'm not. Okay, I swear I'm not picking on you because I heard that phrase somewhere else about, not going to get rid of them. And it's like, it's amazing because I remember a couple years ago having conversations up here on the panels and, when people were encouraging me about building the coop and, when I fixed the ramp and shit like that, it's amazing how people had no problem encouraging me when I would get disappointed and they would go, rescue, just one bite at a time. Isn't that how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, just one bite at a time. And it's amazing to see that works until all of a sudden you talk about getting rid of illegals. Then all of a sudden it has to either be done, boom, it's done, or it's not going to work because now all of a sudden one batch at a time doesn't seem to matter. There's no perfect solution to this. And it's almost like that's exactly what's being put out. It's like this either has to be perfect or by God, we're not progressing we're not moving forward. Things are not getting better. That's it. It's either all or nothing. And it's like, I don't know, man. We've actually, when you look at where we were at, let's see, this is February 6th, 2026. Gee, I don't know. What the fuck was life like February 6th? I don't know. 2023. It sure wasn't nothing like this. It was a lot worse. So I got to say something looks a little better. The old bummer and potato administration used the Trojan horse and the border for millions. Yep. Pretty much, Best Life. That's what people want to do is, well, if we can't get them all, then they just don't even try. And it's like, no, man, it's okay. You wake up to a clusterfuck and you kind of go, oh, shit. And you got to pick your little battles. One battle at a time. But when you just, I feel like people don't even want to try anymore. How many Oriental or Islamic are you seeing picked up? It's not about it's like, but see, there's your emotional thing, Bonnie. See, that's the emotional bullshit. They are the ones that hate America. This isn't about who loves America and who hates America. This is called the legal system. And you came into this country illegal. It doesn't make a shit about your nationality. It doesn't make a shit about your gender. You broke a law. Hey, Cha-Cha, I'm sorry. Cha-cha-cha. Usually that brings a smile, and it does, ma'am. I'm just in a mood today, and I have just so. Afternoon, ma'am, afternoon. I've watched them pick up Russians. I've watched them pick up Armenians. I've seen videos of them picking up, I don't know if that dude was Iranian or Iraqi or Syrian, but he was something. I've seen that. I think I said the Russian guy because I've seen Russians. So, but I mean, I don't watch everything they do. So, I mean, once again, it's easy because this is the way of the social media is to pick and choose. Pick and choose. Oh, that phrase right there, that said what I wanted to say. Yeah. Oh, this phrase said what I wanted to say. Yeah. And then it gets put together and it's like, but that's not the context to any of that. But it fits. And that's how I think everybody's been getting into that. It's caught up in the emotional side instead of just the factual side. Hell, do you realize that there's Americans, these Antifa fuckers, they don't love this country. And they're natural born American citizens. So see, it's not a matter of a love and a hate of the country. If it was that simple, you would probably find a lot there because there's more hatred for the country, or at least this has been my experience on social media. On social media, you hear more hatred and more discontent for the country than you do pride or being proud of the country. So, to be honest, since I've come on to the social media platforms, I can honestly say I've heard more anti-American type shit than I have heard successfulness and positivity shit about this country. Whether people like the way that sounds, not my problem. But that's been my experience. I've heard more of how bad the place is. And I do find it so ironic because it's like people are bitching about the country in a climate controlled home on a probably, a several $100 to $1,000 phone running on a mobile network on an internet, social media. And it's like, you do know that there are places, and actually I don't think that people really fully understand, but there's places in this world that don't have all of this. That's the problem when people come in here illegally. Because when you come in here illegally, you don't assimilate to our way of life. So then you end up with pockets that are shitting in dirt holes and they're feeding you crap food. That shit in New York City just grosses me out when I think about, I don't see how anybody could eat out of them food cart things. I'd be damned, bud. I'd be damned. Princess Mudbutt. Oh, cha-cha-cha. So I guess I need to change that from cha-cha. We're just going to start being Princess Mudbutt. Well, okay, Princess Mudbutt. Hey, what's up, Rabbit? Afternoon, sir. Afternoon. Song of the South. Time for some homemade chili. Roger that. All right, brother. Make it a good day. You are in the driver's seat. Yeah, I had some soup earlier and I went ahead and got a little extra with the Satcheries so I could kind of maybe help with some sinuses. I didn't have no damn hot sauce. I got to look and all of a sudden my hot sauce is all gone. Oh. Tell them you were checking on your mom. I was just checking on my mom, making sure she was okay. Sometimes it works if you throw the moms into the mom card. But we need our labor that does crappy work, right? I know. I love this whole little shit when you watch these elected people are talking about, who's going to pick the fruit? Who's going to build this stuff? And it's like, you do understand that most of this shit is crap now. That's a little bit of Tony's. That's it, Rabbit. There you go. Roni's got the perfect one. You're using a calculator. You're just using the calculator, Shad. V smacking mad Shad's hand for being on his phone. You need to put hot sauce up your nose. Damn, woman. That Florida sun done jacking you up. I'm not sticking hot sauce up my nose. I'll put it in my food and eat it, but what kind of shit y'all doing down there in Florida? Y'all snorting hot sauce? You got a certain preference? Do you like the Louisiana hot sauce? You know, most people in the rest of the world, they do this white powdery substance. Oh, dang. Busted and disgusted. How many states do you know they grew fruit in by mass? What is it? I think, what is it? Is it Florida that, I know they've got the orange things, but was it Florida that has bananas? I was actually floored when I heard that. I didn't realize we actually have a place that has this big banana plantation thing going. I always thought we imported most of those. California, Florida, Arizona does too. Tractors harvest corn and wheat, not illegals picking it. Oh, well, no, they get them because they do come over. And see, we've always had seasonal workers. You know, we've had seasonal workers. Well, the whole time I was growing up, we had seasonal workers. You check in, you come on in, you go to work, you do your shit, and then you go home. It was okay. Hey, what's up, Yoda? Afternoon. Frank's, red hot. Put that shit on everything. They eat the falling iguanas. Hey, there's your food source, man. Roasted iguana. Okay, so see, Snook says they do have bananas down there. I thought I'd seen something. They did iguana pizza here? No. And I'm not saying it's not edible, man, but it's literally would have to be the last thing. It's kind of like whole eating the bugs thing. I ain't gnawing down on no chocolate covered cricket unless there is literally nothing else around. Matter of fact, I'd probably chew on damn bark before I'd do that. Colombian hot sauce. Actually, I wonder, hey, you ever wonder how many people are probably starting to fail piss tests at work and they're going, what the hell, man? I don't do drugs. I don't do cocaine. And yet they've been eating the fish that's been caught up out there where all that cocaine's been spread out all into the water. I know it's so diluted, but it cracks me up when I think about it. I think, man, they just blew up that boat full of damn dope. That dope's all in the water. Them fish are going to be fried, man. Gather that tuna up, son. People be like, ooh, shit, that was a badass tuna sandwich. A large community of Trinidadians here, and they love it. Right, that's what I'm talking about, Dusty. Hard pass. What Tuck say? Florida grows some bananas, avocados, papaya, mangoes, sugar cane, and also many conventional veggies, potatoes, corn, melons, squashes, tomatoes. Oh, have y'all? Well, I know y'all probably have because y'all are in Florida, but I heard something from what was her name? Miss DeSantis. I don't know what her first name is, but it's the Ron DeSantis' wife. And the foods, the arsenic in the candies. I don't know if y'all saw that. I was like, damn, man. Cocaine shark. Wait, what did Rabbit say? iguana is pretty damn good eating. No, that's all right. Really? So it's so damn good. How many iguanas are you raising, Rabbit? Mm-hmm. How many are you raising? Yeah, because that shit ain't that damn good, is it? They call him chicken of the trees. Hey, what's up, Apple Dumpling? Eating reptiles as last resort. Well, I mean to tell you, Ross, how are y'all doing up there? Excuse me a moment. Man, oh man. Cotton will grow in Florida. I have grown it as an ornament. Very pretty, very low maintenance. We used to have a lot of cotton farms around here. To be honest, I don't know if they still process it. And then we had some sugar cane, and then of course our cattle. Y'all eat gator, don't you? Well, no, it's kind of different. Okay, so you eat iguana. Does that mean you're going to go out there and eat that tree lizard too? I mean, hey, it's just a smaller version, right? See? No, there's limits. Oh, thank you, Cha Cha. I do feel a little bit better. At least I got some shit off my chest. Didn't fix a damn thing, but I vocalized it. So at least that gets some of the tension out. Man, realize I just had this thought, and I realized that I've been a total shithead to Carolina homestead country living. I was going to send her some bluebonnet seeds. I just remembered that. I'd got drain damage. I don't know. It just kind of came into my mind. It's like, wait, I guess because we were talking about what states have. I was supposed to send her some bluebonnet seeds. I need to get on that. Surf and turk steak and lobster is the bomb. Where's Camo? Did Camo come in? There he is. By the way, don't forget you want to be in live chat, not top chat. If you're in top chat, then you're just submissive to YouTube. So, that's all I'm going to say. I'm afraid if I eat iguana, I will get mud butt like Shad. But you're the princess mud butt. I'm not adverse to eating lizards. Iguanas are the same as snakes and fish, all reptiles. I don't know, man. As long as I can find a cow or a steer somewhere, I'm good. And if those run out, then find a hog somewhere. Those start running out, find the turkeys and the chickens. Text says top chat is for the ignorant and uninformed. Dash Camo Carl. Suppose none of y'all would eat balut either. I don't even know what that is. If you're 52, 59, is that all? Damn. Well, it's going to have to get in line with everybody else, and it'll wait till next month. Well, actually, it's this month, but I still got 2 weeks to go. I have 2 large iguana burgers and a belt. Quite tasty. I don't know. I have to look and see what that is. I don't even know what that is. I'm glad when I'm over this crap, man. And I got so much to do out there. Feels overwhelming sometimes, so. And that probably adds to frustration, and sometimes I might even take that out on somebody, and I don't mean to, so. Yeah, I had to wait for it to warm up. That's where I'll be going this afternoon now that we're a little warmer. Man, my legs have been killing me. They get so cold and they ache. Hold the gun cup up and we'll really be kicking. Wish I was in Tijuana eating barbecue iguana. Once dated a girl named Balut. I had them when we were in the Philippines. I'll look it up. You still want my heroes? Sure, I still want your heroes. It depends on who your heroes are, though. 80 degrees over here. Yeah, we're at 72, it says. Apple Dumpling says, when you're done, Carl, drive up 2 hours and see me after you use Listerine. Tequila. 80 in Arizona. Oh, look, there's D-Dog with 31. 31 for Dusty, too. Y'all still got that winter shit going. I'm afraid we're going to have a rain season. I don't know why. I just got a bad feeling we're fixing to have a bad rain season. My heroes have always been cowboys. 10 jumping jacks, your legs won't be cold or aching. 10 jumping jacks. Shit, no, I'm probably going to bust my ass after I try to do the first one. Things aren't going to hold up. Well, it says 54 and quite sunny. Can't wait for the snow to melt. I know, man, it was a kick watching JD's. He would do them little videos of him walking out and, man, see all them, y'all got all that cool little fluffy snow everywhere. See, so you people up north, it's kind of cool. I got 70s here. That's where we're at. You're collecting rain, trying to get back in the aquifer. What are you using to collect rain? Like, you got them totes or something, or your gutter drain system you're collecting, or what do you mean you're collecting the rain? $50. Jebo. What's up, buddy? South Pines, North Carolina, 50 degrees. Shoot, man. A rain pond and storage things. There you go. Dusty, I want more snow. I went skiing more this year than over the past decade. Got the rugs on the line and half the cabin floor scrubbed. Time for a break. That's it, Blackbird. You have well deserved it. D-Dog, I bequeath all the snow we are supposed to get to you. Right? Jabbo says, thank God the snow is gone. I hope we're done with the freeze stuff because it don't snow down here, but it freezes and you get ice on the road and it just makes things suck. Oh, man. Afternoon, my favorite bird on that side of the lake. Oh, why's it got to be that side? Well, huh? What's up with that? Why's it got to be that side? Like, ooh, it's that side. I'm just checking with you. See, she's all mutual with it, just saying across the waters. No, you have to isolate it. That side. Like, ooh. I see. Seen a weird, warm, yellow thing in the sky a couple of times today. It's pretty outside now. Sun is booming. Now, unfortunately, I just feel like mortal shit. Didn't get to hang out with little man today. Hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to see. Hopefully I feel better in the morning. This has been a rough week. It started out good though, man. See, that's just life. It's just when you're like on cloud nine, something comes along to remind you of reality. And that's kind of, which I'll say, boy, the second day of watching Little Man back to back, I totally love it. Would not trade it for a thing, but it was, shit, man, my kids are in their 30s. So it's been a minute. It's been a minute. And so all of a sudden got this little ball of energy running around in the sun. We were going to town, playing. Whew. What's up, Hudson? Yeah, that's why I hang out with him, man. And see, I have such a good time with him. And you can watch the innocence and you watch the discovery. And then I just, in my head, I'm envisioning all this stupid shit that I see. And it's just like, man, what's coming for you? Like, what's it going to be? Are we going to have men anymore? Is it just a free for all? I don't know. I worry. And that's when I get really pissy because I feel kind of helpless. I had too much stuff for the freezer, so I took a freezer cooler bag and put it on the top shelf of the fridge and cranked it all the way up. It's working. Hell yeah. And yes, Carl, kids tired you out. All right, later, D-Dog. If you don't know you're right, you're being cornholed. Yes, I was my youngest grandson yesterday bringing us some out here. It does, you watch them discover things and, they're figuring stuff out. Sometimes I get the biggest kick whenever he goes to do something and I watch him all of a sudden stop and look at his hand. And we take so much for granted once we get older. We kind of forget how we all started. And when you're a parent, well, that's kind of taken over. So you lose sight of things. But I got to say, as a grandparent, you get to kind of then reflect back and it hits me a lot different. Hudson says, I live in a place where I can't speak freely without getting a visit, so I don't speak my mind on certain things, but I agree that it's time for good people to rise up against. Yeah, see, and I feel for that. And I think that's why some people have gotten even mad at me, because I say things and then they take it personal, and I don't mean it. I know it. There's some areas, man. It's like I feel for anybody that lives in New York City right now. Washington, Oregon, California, some of them states are so damn bad, it's unbelievable. Excuse me. So, well, no, I will say at first I used to kind of worry if I was gonna, you know, get you mad at me, but I don't think I don't think that's your character. So I'm glad that you're not, because I'm not targeting anybody. It's just, I mean, I just, and it's overall. There's no like magical place, you know, but it's just, man, I think that it takes people speaking up, and I get it when you're in a heavily contested area. Bovino said we can't say kidnapping or Gus stop. What? I don't know what you're talking about, Bonnie. But I will say, bringing up Bovino, see, there's a good one. You hear all this shit about, oh look, Trump. He had to get rid of him. No, he didn't. He actually just played. I don't know if you want to use that 5D chess little phrase that people like to do or whatever, but he just played him is what he did, because what he did was Bovino, that's not his role, but when that dude changed him out with Tom Homan, he like reached over with a little needle and popped their balloon. Because that's the very dude that Obama hung a medal around. And they were all about the Tom Homan. You can't say he's not experienced and he's not well trained. He's been doing it for 40 years, and you were totally happy when he was doing it for Obama. So I thought it was a good little play to go ahead and put him in there. Is that what you call the JTTF? JTTF. Is that like a joint task? Joint? I don't know. I don't know what it means. What's that? The JTTF. Oh. Oh, okay. It's so nice to sit with the door open, airing out the house. Right? Joint Terrorist Task Force. Domestic. And that's the Fed ones that come, or is it the state Joint Task Force? Look up Lake of Ozarks. You'll see why I'm a happy camper. Well, I don't know though. You're on that side of the lake, Rabbit. So being frustrated is not what the devil wants. It's the people that do their best towards the good. So it's a state thing. I got to tell you, man, that's just see so, and that, but that's what it's rough. Hopefully some of these states will see. It's like that Kathy Hochul, man. She should have never been put in there anyway. But I think that's why they sacrificed that Como dude, because wasn't it the Como guy leaving is what bumped her up or something? The Buffalo Witch. Well, damn, that's kind of insultive to buffaloes. Oh, God bless. You know, I don't know. We need to just encourage people speak up for the kids, man. Take 5 minutes to send a freaking email or something just for the kids. Just for, and say, hey, I'll just do this for them. I know it ain't going to do no good, but I'll do it just so I can say I did do that. I don't care, but just speak up, man. We need the adults back in the house. That's what we need. We need the adults back. So it's time to come up off the beaches, get out your lawn chairs. So get out the deer stand. It's time to go to work. Frustration makes you the ally of evil. We have the Chupacabra witch. I know, man. It's amazing. They're gonna show up, and everybody was like, "Oh, look, they finally agreed to show up." How much you want to bet that they just sit up there and plead the fifth? Feed the wood chipper. Yeah, see, I mean, and that's, well, no, that might be a little too harsh. No, I did call a spade a spade. So people that believe in God, people that say they're a Christian, you know, oh no, I believe in Jesus, I believe in God. Okay. Then what about that book you read that says, you tie a milestone around their neck and chunk them in the water when they harm a child? You know, But oh, wait, no, it's just this little New Testament part. We're just supposed to be nice to everybody. No, you're not. You're supposed to stand firm. Your yes be yes and your no be no. Oh, not much, Eric. I mean, it's like, I don't know. So frustrated because it just, damn, man, I get, the more I think about it, the more mad I get because I feel more helpless. Because it's like, gosh dang, man, I just want to get out here and I just want to start helping do something. And there's really not a lot to do. There's really not a lot to do. Oh, I don't care, zombie. I heard some shit about her, and somebody was talking about how all this cool little treatment she's getting. I'm like, see, this is what happens when you're ignorant to like the prison system. Because I'm gonna let you know now, federal prisons have always been like uh, recreational clubs. That's always been the running joke. Go to the federal prison. That's like Club Med. They're just trying to make it single it out like her, just her, and it's not. That's what they do with a lot of them, especially the ones that are fixing to snitch on others. It'd be better if I had his honey. Oh yeah, there was something about some garlic infused honey. My local honey is Rudy. It's Rudy honey. Protect your souls at all costs. Protect the little ones from seeing the evil. Well, you can't protect them from seeing it. They're going to see it. You just got to teach them to stand up to it, to put the light on it. Evil likes the darkness. That's why it likes to lurk at night. It catches people when the sun's down, it's dark. People's mind, I think, are more open for manipulation. I don't know. That's just some off the wall thought. I do think that, but there's no proof to it. It's just something I think. It's an opinion like everything else that everybody else has. Don't believe the federal prisons are actually shitholes. Shit, no, man. That's Club Med. There used to be a joker called Club Fed. That's Club Fed, man. Shit. Where are the U.S. Marshals? If everyone else is bought and paid for letting pedophiles walk, is there nobody who's not compromised? See, I don't know. I think there's things that are happening. We just haven't, because it's the media. 90% of the media is going to tell you nothing but bad shit about Trump and that whole administration. So that's what I said. It takes people intentionally trying to push the positive that's going to need to dig that stuff up to then show people. And I think I'm going to try to start doing some of that. You know, there are things happening. It's not happening the we all want it, but it's happening. It's like, I'm telling you, I'm floored how they just brought that dude for Benghazi. I just saw some pictures of him getting off the plane over here. And it's like, damn, would not have expected to see that. That's for sure. Especially when they're getting arrest him and bring him in right before the Clintons are fixing to go testify. Good old Hillary can answer up, maybe. They'll have their star witness there. What's up, Pilgrim 420? Afternoon, sir. Sounds like marriage. So, yeah. I mean, it's going to take pushing and encouraging that, you know. I don't know. And what's up, Can Puncher? Man, I ain't seen one of your videos in a minute. I need to figure out why. I did watch that dude throw some shit, Betty. He's on point. I'm going to tell you that. Oh, wow. What the hell, man? I was unsubbed. Well, I'm subbed back now. That's why I've been missing him. I was like, man, that was kind of wild. I just was kind of hoping maybe something bad didn't happen or something, but that's what it is. Good old YouTube's like, bloop, bloop. It's good to see you. I'm telling you, man, if you want to see somebody that can throw some pointy stuff, go check out his channel. That dude be throwing some shit. What's up, Kush? Love, grace, peace, joy in Jesus' precious name. Amen, brother. You people, what's up, Scooter? What up? Good and healthy. Hell yeah. Did you stay retired? Or did you go back to doing something? Oh, thank you, Kush. Well, no, I figured Ken Puncher. I thought because I know you're too young to retire, Scooter. No, the last time I saw Ken Puncher, he was either he retired or was fixing to retire. What's up, Moonchild? Still retired. There you go. Just stay active. Stay active. I think that's the key. I think we go from a life of activity and our muscles and tissues and tendons are always moving and flexing. And then when we reach either a certain age or something happens, then we start to stop. And as we do, I think that stuff just, you get stove up, and then stove up just leads into more. And then next thing you know, one of those people just walking hunched over like, oh yeah. And it's like, no, go down swinging. Hey, what's up, Indy? I love watching Ken Puncher throw, but he also dropped a great vid about the February 15 change of mind. Ah, okay. Crazy weekend coming up. Get ready. Hell, every weekend's crazy. Right? That is. You got to keep moving, man. We go from being active and our blood's flowing and nerves are firing off, and man, we're hitting it on all cylinders, and then somewhere along the line we get this mental. And I talked about it before. I think it's actually like programmed into us. Think about it. You reach a certain age, and all of a sudden you start getting like AARP, the senior citizen, elderly reference. And it's like, I'm sorry, I read a book that says I'm good for $1.20 as long as I take care of what I was given. So I potentially am good for $1.20. So why am I calling it quits at 60? I'm only halfway through this journey. The hell with that shit. And now with little man, shoo, man, I can't wait. I hope I can build myself back up to where I'm getting around better. Because when he's up on the move better, I want to go fishing. I want to take him out going camping. I want to get him skilled up. You know, the good old Boy Scout days. Zombie, we were having a 3-year-old birthday and enjoying it. Bring it on. Hell yeah. Stay ready in this ever-changing world. That's it. Yeah, I guess I could have said that, Moonchild, in case nobody knew. Ken Puncher is Red October. But since YouTube is doing all their weird shit with the username things. Wasn't that what yours was? I think it was. I don't know. No, I'm second guessing myself. I think it was. Want to go back to work, but this property requires all my time and energy. No, you make that a job. You know, schedule. That's what I'm fixing to do here. I've realized that I've let this flexibility kind of interrupt my life rhythm. You know, so it's time to start getting up. It's like starting a work day. Only I'm not gonna go anywhere, but I'm gonna start getting active and doing stuff. I'm gonna try to do maybe a little morning show, and then I'll just do some. I don't know. Got to figure out how to do the work thing. Because if I go to working on stuff, then I ain't talking to nobody. So I mean, I guess I could just do it, and y'all could all hang out and talk. Oh man. Hey, I appreciate everybody being here. Thanks for listening to me vent. Hopefully, some of it hits home, I hope. Maybe starts a spark. We just got to encourage people, man. We got to encourage people to stand up for this country. Stand up for our rights, our Bill of Rights, our Constitution, our Declaration, you know, the foundation. That's I'm thinking about getting a couple of tiny homes for income to get completely out from under the government. Oh, okay. How your 3D going? Oh, Wild Dragon going pretty good. Been selling some Valentine's stuff to Mrs. Now that my mom passed, I'm going to start fishing and hiking again. There you go, Cha Cha. Social Security is the last thing to get rid of. There's just, I don't, you know, this country got founded 250 years ago. And we're the best place on the planet. With all our flaws and all our corruption and errors, we're still the best place to be. So I say we focus on kind of keep that, because there ain't nowhere else to go. We ain't going to go to conquer another little place and reestablish a declaration, a Bill of Rights, a Constitution. And it's all right here. All we got to do is start to participate. We just got to talk to each other and then focus on elected officials. Yeah, and I'm sorry to hear that, Cha Cha. Is that so? That was recent? I'm so sorry. I know that's hard. I held my mom right there in the living room when she left this world. Right, DCR, for a little while longer if we can keep it. Well, that's you know. So, do we have a constitution? As long as you can keep it, So, do you have a free country? As long as you can keep it. I mean, it's just somehow people throw around them rights. I got the right. I got the right. I got the right. Well, you got to stand up for them. They got to. It's otherwise it's just words. It's just a piece of paper. It's got to have bodies behind it for it to have meaning. October. Well, definitely many prayers, ma'am. Excuse me. Okay, I'm going to lay down. Thanks for y'all hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I will see y'all pretty soon. I hope I get to feeling better, man. This crap. But I do appreciate y'all. You know, we do live in the greatest country on the planet. We just need to hold on to it. So, instead of the Debbie Downer, let's pump up our nation. Let's encourage people to participate in this what we've got. But I appreciate y'all very much. Y'all take care. And hey, make it a good day. You're the one in the driver's seat. Regardless of what they throw at you, you can always take a deep breath and then you can make a good day of it. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you.
I ain't here tomorrow. If the good Lord says it's my time to go, I don't see that morning sunset. There's some things I need for you to know. The truck is yours if you want it. It'll run forever if you treat it right. When you think of me on some back road, that's because I'm right there by your side. Chase your dreams until you catch on. Leave your doubts in a cloud of dust. You can't ever love too big. You can't call your mom too much. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Hope you don't forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow. Don't let life turn you bitter. Don't be ashamed about your head. Take it easy on the liquor. Remember what it did to your granddad. Yeah, you're gonna get your heart broke, but a couple of tears don't make you weak. Gonna find that girl God made just for you. Knows what he's doing, wait and see. Chase your dreams until you catch on. Leave your doubts in a cloud of dust. You can't ever love too big. You can't call your mom too much. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Hope you don't forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow. Shotgun in the family, raise your babies by the book, and keep my picture in your wallet. Keep your car keys on a hook. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Please don't ever forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow.
Thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate y'all. Covered everything. We help lift it up. Y'all have a good weekend. Keep your head on a swivel. Make a smile to somebody around you and make it a good weekend. Remember, you're in the driver's seat. You get to peace, everybody. There is a creator. His son's named Jesus, and he wants to hear from you.